Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be reviewing the HTVRONT Auto Heat Press. Okay, so HTVRONT sent me this beautiful heat press. You can use it for tumblers, you can use it for mugs. If you don't have a sublimation printer, watch the video in part 1. I showed you how we can use Infusible Ink Transfer Sheets to make a transfer. And today we're going to do, this is actually part 2 of the video, and I'm going to review this heat press as we complete part 2. Okay, so as you can see, lovely white color. I think they only come in white. It's an auto press. So once you set the time and the temperature, it will automatically close and automatically open at your designated time and temperature. I'm still trying to figure out the times and temperatures, but the last time I tried one out, it came out beautifully. Once you turn it on, it has got a flashing button. If you've got the HTVRONT Auto Heat Press, it is very similar in terms of the functionality. One thing I do love about it though is that
unfortunately my mic stopped working, so this is going to be a voiceover for the rest of it. So one thing I said that I really do like about it is that it is in degrees Celsius and in degrees Fahrenheit. A lot of machines are only in one, and I like this especially when you see someone do a tutorial and you don't want to transfer it over using Google. You can just go straight on here, you hold down the temperature button for about 2 seconds, and then it will change to degrees Celsius. If you hold it down again for another 2 seconds, it will change to degrees Fahrenheit. They also come with these gloves. So these gloves are amazing. They're heat proof gloves and you need them, heat resistant gloves, because it gets very, very hot. I'll show you at which stage I actually use these heat resistant gloves. So this, you do have to be quite safe with it. So it does get hot, as I mentioned. So if you do have young children around, make sure they are not in the room when you are doing this. Open a window as well. This is what I've done previously. So on the last video, I'm going to link it in the description and in the comments if you want to see how I made this tumbler template. I just make sure all my tape is really secure, and you can see the tape on the bottom rim and the top rim that I am firming down. If this is not done properly, it will have ghosting. To eliminate any ghosting, it's like when the print does not print properly, you need to make sure that there is no airspace, and do this by ensuring that the rims are down. So here is the HTVRONT tumbler heat press. Before I start using it, I just make sure my gloves are on. I want to avoid any burns at all, and this is the place where you're going to put in your tumbler. This works also for mugs. If you have sublimation mugs will work perfectly in here. Get yourself some butcher paper. This helps to avoid any seeping of your transfer, and it allows for a better press. I've noticed when I use the butcher paper, baking paper, whichever one you want to use, I prefer the butcher paper. Just wrap it around. You can use tape to secure your butcher paper if you want to. I didn't in this circumstance, but it is a lot easier to put into the machine if you do use some heat resistant tape. The pack, I forgot to show you, also comes with some heat resistant tape if you don't have any. You just slide it in like this, making sure all of your tumbler is inside. And this is why you need the gloves, because you do have to push it in a bit, and you just press the go button. It will start warming up. It will apply its own pressure, so you do not have to set pressure. This is one thing I love about this. It's so easy. This is my second time using it, and everything came out very good. So while we're waiting for this, I'll just let you know I'm Juliet, guys, and if you do want to become a craft content creator, you want to receive promo from brands, or you want to do brand deals and all of that, I do offer a course. I'm going to be doing a webinar shortly. If you've watched this after I've done the webinar, there will be an ebook. Okay, so as we can see, it opens up nice and perfectly just by itself. And then this time you really need the gloves because it is hot, very, very hot. I just rotate it 180 degrees and then I press it again. I don't know if you have to do this, but whenever I do this, it comes out perfect. This is what I've seen the TikTok crafters do. So I thought, you know what, let me try it. Rotate it 180 degrees, press the go button to ensure it really does press. Get a kitchen towel or a kitchen towel, or like a normal towel, just on the side, because when you take this out, you want to pull it onto a cloth to ensure it can cool down as quickly as possible. So once it finishes, as always, it opens up by itself, which is what I love. Using your heat resistant gloves, just take it out very, very slowly. You don't want to drop it, and pull it straight onto your cloth. so it can cool down. I'm not using this anymore, so it switches off because it does take some time to cool down. I definitely want to try this with a mug next time and see how a mug will come out. Maybe when I get my sublimation printer, I will try it with a mug. Since I'm using Infusible Ink Transfer, as I mentioned, guys, if you want to learn how to make the template, I'm going to link the previous video in the description on how to use your Cricut to cut out the template for this Infusible Ink Transfer Sheet. So now this is the good part. Like, taking off the tape for me is so satisfying. I really enjoy just taking it off and waiting to reveal my final project. You can use one of these weeding tools to really get in there, because you need to remember it's hot, so you can't use your fingers. You may burn yourself. You don't want to risk that. Or you can wait for it to fully cool down and then go in with your fingers if you want. But I'm very impatient. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I am very impatient, and I'm just excited to see, did it work? Did it not work? How does my design look? So I just use the weeding tool and take it off with my heat resistant gloves. So taking off the tape, as you can see, is quite straightforward. Take off the rims, take off the ones on the side, and expose your final product. So far, I am loving the heat press. Very easy to use, straightforward. It does come with a book as well, a user guide. So if you're not sure or there's any troubleshooting, there is a user guide on what to do if certain things happened, which is great. And it gives you temperature recommendations as well. So I just take off this transfer tape, this plastic transfer tape that was used with my Infusible Ink Transfer Sheet. Just making sure I take it off, and any extra tape to be able to reveal my final design. So I can see some of it has printed and it's looking great. I think my temperature may be too high because you can see it's quite yellow. It really shouldn't be getting yellow, but I'm going to still play around with the temperature to get the right temperature. But as long as the cup, the tumbler is okay, I'm happy. I don't care about the yellowing. And as you can see, the design, the stars, the hearts, they're in there. All the words, even the intricate designs. So where I wrote mini at the top is a very, very intricate design, and it stayed and it printed. And you can see the bottom rim, there is no ghosting. The seams are seamless. No ghosting at all. Everything printed perfectly all the way round, as you can see. And at the top as well, no ghosting. Mini, intricate, and it came out perfectly. The heat press was able to press this really, really good, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to wash it and then give it to my daughter, put the straw in and everything. If you have one of these, let me know in the comments if you're liking it. If you're not, are there any issues? Like, I'm always here to help. Or if you're thinking of getting one, let me know as well. I want to see if you are on this tumbler journey, this mug journey with me. So let me know, guys. So I'm Juliet, by the way. Keep on forgetting to introduce myself. I'm a content creator, mainly with Cricut Machine, but I review many craft products. If you want daily tips, tricks, and inspiration, follow me on my socials, Cricut Craft Juliet. Bye.